Thank y'all for being here. Another episode of Ed Talks Daily. Today I'm going to be talking about the importance of taking breaks. My name is Edward Giles, aka the Holistic Motivator. Every day I have a podcast on personal growth and development where I bring you something along the lines of how to grow and holistically. Today I'm going to be talking about the importance of taking breaks for your mental wellness, which has to do with enhancing your productivity, improving your vitality, reducing stress, and just being satisfied at the end of the day, not experiencing a burnout, but actually doing the things that you want to get done. So we really want to take breaks. Now, what is a break? Is it sometime where you distract yourself by doing something else? Or is it an instance that you detach from whatever it is that you're doing so that you can recenter yourself and be at peace? So break is not a distraction, it's an attraction. It's something you are willing to do because it's going to enhance your current experience. It can be you sitting down, breathing. It can be you leaving your phone for 10 minutes. But by just adding more breaks to your day, you're going to be more productive. You're going to be more at peace, and at the same time, you're going to reduce burnout by the end of the day. So it's a simple thing you can do, working in intervals rather than just working all the way out. Okay, so how does intervals look like? You can pick 20-minute intervals, 30-minute intervals, 10-minute intervals, based on what works for you. So for instance, you can say, I'm going to do this for 20 minutes, 5-minute break. Then I'm going to do this for 20 minutes, 5-minute breaks. Or you can say, I'm going to do this for 30 minutes, 5-minute break, and I'm going to do this for 30 minutes, 5-minute break. You can even say, I'm going to do something for 45 minutes, I'm going to take a 15-minute break. I'm going to do another task for 45 minutes, I'm going to take 15-minute breaks. Scientifically, it has been proven by doing that, you're going to be much more productive and you're going to be more focused on the task at hand, which is one of the most important productivity tips I can tell you, is focus on the task at hand. Multitasking is actually one of the worst things you can do because your brain is being diverted from task to task to task to task, and you're not giving enough energy to a specific task. Okay, let's get it. So there are two types of breaks that you can take. You can just take a break and go on your phone and do something else. I'd say that's a detracting break, because now your brain is not really breaking, it's going all over the place. Because when you're scrolling, you're being presented with so much information, which means your brain waves are not slowing down. You're actually adding more toll to your brain. Like, you could go scroll during your break, and what happened is you see something that sparks a negative or a limiting emotion, I like to say, something that gets you fearful now your whole mood has been ruined. So scientists figured out what is called a break from digital devices. So that entails doing an activity that does not have to do with a digital device, which means it has to do with something like walking in nature, something like going out, something like sitting in peace. So scientists discovered that it's better to take a non-tech break. Hey, Adrian, welcome. Scientists discovered that it's better to take a break from technology. So during your break times, instead of taking just a break from whatever it is that you're currently doing, but you're also going to take a break from your tech. So let's say there's something you wanted to do using the tech, then what you can do, let's say you want to use your phone for music during your break. Maybe you can just put the phone somewhere else and have a speaker, or not even listen to the sounds of nature. So a tech break is what I'm going to be applying, because even me on my breaks, I'm not using the tech, but it's still around me, okay? So a technology break. So by taking a break from it, it's going to play an important role in providing your energy so you can perform your work effectively. Okay, so if you don't take any breaks, then you're not giving yourself time to actually process what you just did. Okay, so let's say you're working on an important thing you got to send to somebody, and then you wrote the email out, right? And there's something you were missing. By taking a 5 to 10 minute break, you're gonna figure out what that missing piece is, because our mind seems to put the finishing touches in the silence. Okay, so you can take a 5 minute break where you go out, you sit, you do some breathing exercises that I've been showing during the weekend, and then that's gonna help you fuel up. So now when you get back again, you're not now in the flow. You can just focus on whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, so here's what it says. I'm going to read to you the definition, what it means to psychological detach from whatever you're doing. So psychological detachment refers to your sense of being away from your work situation. So when you are taking break from things, you don't want to take a break and still have the thing in your mind. So when you're not working and you're taking a break, don't necessarily use that time to think about what you got to do when you get back. Right, so it's like, use your break time not to think about, hey, what am I gonna do at work? Because then what does that do? It steals the break time. Now, while you're breaking, you're technically working, okay? And there are breaks that just happen naturally. Like, for instance, you're walking from one spot to another. Why bombard your mind with a bunch of thoughts when you can make that what they call a conscious walk? So a conscious walk is basically in between your day, you're going to be moving from probably one section of work to another section, or from office to office, or from whatever you're moving to, or you're going to take a break to go somewhere. Use that walk as a way to literally be at peace. You know what I mean? Like I say, you don't have to go to the park and wait till you go to the park to walk. You can literally walk in between. It's like, but make it meditative. The way it becomes meditative is when you're not thinking about anything else but the walk. So literally, as you step on the ground, focus on how your toes are stepping, focus on the environment, and you're gonna find yourself just noticing, just like listen to the sounds, let the light waves come in, and observe everything that's happening within your body and the step. It's very effective when you're consciously doing it. You know, sometimes you don't remember to do it, and now you're just thinking about, oh, what am I gonna get in the grocery store? Well, when you walk, when you shop, when you work. That's what consciousness is about. When you work, when you shop, when you walk. So whatever you do it consciously, and literally observe the doing. It makes everything meditative, okay? So that's a way to take breaks throughout the entire day. So let's say you're also sitting in your office, and then there's like a stretch of time where there isn't much to do. There isn't much to do in this stretch of time. There isn't a task, but it's not a necessarily work break. What can you do when it's not a task? It's not a break. There's no task, there's no break. You just have idle time. Well, with this idle time, you can start thinking about what you're gonna do later or whatever, or you can use that to meditate. So you know what I mean? Or say a prayer, or sing a song in your heart, right? So there's different practices that you can engage to improve your vitality while you're sitting down. Now, some people have the urge to Google something. Well, you can learn something too. You can read something, right? Or if you don't like the idea of stealing your employees' time, you can find something else to do. But we always have that stretch during work, because we're humans. There are different things you can do. Like you can massage your stress point along the thumb, right? You can massage here at this little ridge. So while you're just sitting, right? Or you can do this for your blood pressure while you're just sitting. You can literally sit at the edge of the chair and start taking some deep breaths, observing your breath. Whatever it is that has to do with no thought, would be the best thing. If you're listening and these tips are useful, drop a fire in the comments. So you can literally, whatever you're doing, you can just make it meditative while you're sitting down, not doing too much, right? I recommended what I said, the chi ball. A chi ball, there are two metal ball, which you can do a rotational movement. That's going to increase movement at the wrists, which is a point for your blood pressure. This also helps alleviate some pain along the palms. So different things. I found it like sometimes I used to use like a fidget spinner just to like it would be very meditative because it's just like one movement, right? So while you're sitting down, like a stress ball, squeezing, breathing with it, different things you can be doing while you're in your work spot to just bring you more peace, right? So along with that, a rice bag, put a drop of essential oil for whatever it is that you're working on. There are essential oils that affect your different emotional states that are also good for your chakras. I'm gonna probably provide a list of that soon. So you can just, while in your workspace, you can curate your own peace by taking breaks. Breaks are super important. Another type of break can be a physical break, right? Based on where you work. If you work at home, it's much easier to go and do a quick 20-minute exercise or workout, qigong, right? In the middle of the day is gonna give you that energy that you need to keep prospering throughout the day. So keep filling your cup all day so you don't, when you get home, you're not fully depleted. Now it takes way more effort to fill up your cup. But think about it, if you continuously fill your cup as it depletes throughout the day, as your cup depleting, you keep filling it up. As it depletes, you fill it up. As it depletes, you fill it up. Eventually what happens is you end up never being empty. So all day you had your cup filled up with these activities, okay? So what are other breaks? Well, how about snack breaks to feed your brain? Snack break to feed your brains. Berries. A lot of these berries are really good for your brain. Blueberries is a recommendation. So taking a snack break is gonna fuel your brain. That includes eating certain fruits that's going to energize your brain. There's the massage breaks. Drumming the back of your neck, plucking and massaging the skull. So throughout the day, you can take all types of breaks. You can take breathing breaks, conscious breaks, drumming breaks, all different form of breaks, moving breaks, sitting down breaks, a tea break, a juicing break. You can say a mantra, you can sing a song, right? The resonance of the song, the resonance of the mantra. You can visualize a color and breathe. You can visualize a color, touch an organ and breathe. You can visualize the different colors of the chakras and place your hand in it and send healing energy. So there are so many different things you can do while you're doing with a break. You can have a pleasant conversation with someone. You can have a journaling break where you write about your current experience today. You can have a creative break where you draw something. You can have a audio experience where you listen to music that just uplifts you. You can have a musical break. You can have a arts and craft break. Arts and craft break, you can knit something. You can have a puzzling break. You could form a puzzle during your break. So there's so many different things that you can do during your breaks. It's just about being intentional about it. I have a piano in my room, and I remember I used to take piano lessons. So now guess what? Piano. I'm gonna take a piano musical break. So there's so many different things that you can do to take a break. It has scientifically been proven that it's gonna enhance your productivity. You're gonna get more done in less time. So what are the importance of sectioning out your tasks in intervals? Well, there is a law that says that tasks get completed in the amount of time allocated for such tasks. So if you give something an hour, it's gonna take an hour. If you give it 2 days, 2 days. If you say, hey, it's only 7 days ahead, 7 days is when it's gonna be. But if you section it out into pieces, let's say you have a task and you say, I'm gonna do an hour a day for 5 days until I complete this. You section out the task into 5 hours for 5 days. Each task set out for each day, and then you spread those into maybe two 25-minute intervals with a 5-minute break, right? Two 25-minute intervals with a 5-minute break. How does that improve your vitality? You do number one thing you want to do, then you take a 5-minute break. You do number two thing you want to do, then you take a 5-minute break. And then now you move on to the next thing. So you can have a project spanned out for 5 weeks, done within an hour a day, and still finish it. Now the other hours can be for other things, which means you don't have to schedule a project out all in one day to complete it. It can be done in multiple days. But what the breaks does, it gives you time to revitalize and refocus so you can be in the flow state, right? So there's also something called the concept of flow. And what's the concept of flow? There is a state you can get into if you have specified goal, continuous attention with what you're doing, and undivided focus. So you need to have goals, attention, and focus. By doing that, you're going to get in a flow state. So whatever you're doing, there's a goal, right? There's something you're going to do. You want to finish. What's the goal? What is the goal? So what is it that you want to finish in this time interval? If it's not specified, then it's hard to actually do it. What's the goal? And now you have to give all of your focus to it by minimizing the distractions. So do not disturb while you're doing the task. Psychologically, your brain hears the notification. You almost kind of like do it without thinking. You grab the phone. The amount of times you pick up your phone every day is the amount of times you get distracted. And if you get off track, you get off flow. So stay in track for just 25-minute interval, and then now consciously break for 5 minutes. And then you could have a break where you check your phone, but a non-tech break will going to give you much more clarity. Okay, so a non-tech break is something like a breathing break. You can breathe in and then breathe out twice as long as your exhale breath. The reason you're going to do that is your breath in is your exhalation breath, which is your relaxation breath. So by your out breath, your out breath is your relaxation breath. So when you breathe in, your lungs is filling up. It's when you breathe out that your lungs are relaxing, right? So the diaphragm literally is pushing to get air in. And then now it's relaxing and the air comes out. So when you breathe in, breathe out twice as long as your exhale breath. And you're gonna slowly exhale out the stale air that resides in the low bottom of your lungs. That's gonna get you in a relaxation mode. Another one is to breathe in through one nostril and then breathe out the other. Breathe in through one nostril, then breathe out the other. And the energizing one is the fire breathing, where you breathe sips of air continuously. All right, so that also gives you energy. You feel sleepy. And I talked about the body drumming and the plucking, okay, and the ear massage. And if you want more about that, you got to attend the class so you can learn them and then you can apply them, okay? And I have a program where I'm going to send you those things, okay? So taking breaks are super important, and it is the most important thing you can do. The most satisfied people in life, they take breaks and they play. They play and they take breaks. So we're in a work. If you're not working, you're lazy. That's not true. If you're working all the time, you're not living. So play, take break time, take time to be at peace, take time to sip tea. Do the things that don't pay your bank, but pay your vitality bank, right? Don't do the things that don't deposit money in your bank, but deposits wellness in your mind. These are the things that pay more than what your job pays. That's walking intentionally, breathing, juicing, taking 5 or 10 minutes to rest, taking some time to say affirmation. Let's say today is a really guiltful day, a shameful day, a uncertain day, a fearful day. It's time for you to feed your soul with some positive energy, positive words, some encouraging message. And it's important to do that, which means don't keep that employee mentality that we all develop, not only from the school of like, yo, follow this, work, no play. Like your boss saying, hey, what you doing? You mean I'm supposed to work every single hour like a slave? No, that's not how it works. We don't have to keep that mentality, because they was trying to stuff it down all of our throats, and we all at some point had a job or was in school, and we had this concept you had to work the entire hour, the full 8 hours. No, it's not about that, okay? You must take these breaks. See, it's, like some of us, we don't even take the 15 or the 5 that we're supposed to get for free at work, because we're like, I want to show that I'm a hard worker, and that, no, breaks are important. Take your breaks to feed your spirit, to allow yourself to be more at peace. Those quiet breaks over time is going to bring you the peace that you need, the focus that you need, going to get you in the flow state that's going to allow you to be able to really achieve what you want to achieve. Okay, so that's my message. I'm sticking to it. Taking breaks is super important, scientifically proven to enhance your productivity, improve your vitality, and then overall, throughout your life, you're going to find yourself being more at peace, being able to handle the challenges, responding different because of that 5-minute break. You're going to end up making even more money than you made before because you can take a pause, right? Sometimes you can say a word that scares away somebody, or that makes you lose a client. But if you can take a break, pause, and then respond, think about all the things that you can alleviate, all the miscommunications, all the misunderstandings, all the things you didn't mean to say but you said in the heat of the moment. A break mentality also gives you that space in between to literally decide what you're gonna do and what you're gonna say. And really think about what you're doing, right? Think about what it is. Narrate your life a little bit. I like to say it like that, narrate your life. That way you can literally direct it like a director. So as you find yourself doing certain things, notice what it is they're doing. Label it, and then know it so that you can say, hey, okay, so let's say you're sitting down and you notice that you feel uncomfortable, as in you don't feel right within yourself. Now, you're gonna have a couple of options. Option A, distract. Option B, attract. Attract more wellness or distract with something else. So what's a distraction action? Netflix, YouTube, Instagram. What's an attraction action? Let me study, or let me learn, let me breathe, let me just relax, or let me just sit still, or let me paint, or let me do something productive, let me do something relaxing, something crafty. See, that's a detractive behavior. It's in the consciousness that we can say, do I want to distract myself, or do I want to attract a new skill, attract a new way of like being right now? Do I want to attract more peace? Do I want to go sit down? Choices, right? And choices done by willpower sometimes, right? And the more you have to use your willpower, the less of it you got left. okay? So when you take breaks every day, you automatically find yourself picking the attractive thing. Because now every day, you don't necessarily have to choose from distraction or attraction. You already scheduled your attractive behaviors. You already scheduled your breaks. You scheduled your breathing. You literally have this thing in your Google Calendar, your reminder app, or you're getting text messages with a reminder. You literally schedule them. So you use less willpower because it's there. You just have to decide and and actually do it when it shows up. That's for another subject, right? So schedule your breaks and it will change your life. That is my message for today, and I am sticking to it. Being here, I enjoy making these every day. And if you want to learn more about the breaks, the exercises you can do, the breathing, Qigong, just go to tryqigong.com, register for the next class, and you're going to get more details on how to do specific exercises to release muscle tension, anxiety, and stuck energy within your body, help you get more at peace, help you get more zenned out, relax, and it's just the most effective way to take a break. The most effective way to take a break is really Qigong. The different exercises really solve all of those. It gives you all the tools that you need, plus you kind of learn how to listen to your body. So that's just tryqigong.com. And then if you just want to support the podcast, Cash App Ed Talks. You can subscribe by going to edtalksdaily.com. And that's pretty much all the announcements I have for you. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your day. Keep living in your power. Keep priming your peace. Keep growing. And remember, don't let your light dim. Don't dim your light. Keep shining it. Believe that who you are is important, what you have is important, and what you're going to do is important. All right? Peace. Thank you all for watching. Thank you everyone for sharing. Thank you everyone for watching.